Now, listen, you guys. Somebody tell me in 2025 why Judas the Grass's bestie is out there still mentioning Nicki Minaj in interviews. Like, boy, don't you have other things to worry about? Now, on the other hand, we also have Shannon Sharp, who is obsessed with Nicki Minaj because in one interview, he acts like he doesn't know who she is. And in the next interview, he cannot wait to bring her up in comparison to other female rappers. Like, what is your problem, sir? Uncle? Grandpa? Like, what's your problem? Oh my goodness. We're also going to be talking about this entire situation with, Cousin Sloth going on tour, as well as, Rihanna going to support her men. And we're also going to be discussing about Tyga and these allegations that are coming through. Akbar allegedly is pregnant. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, we're going to talk about Lil Yatchy and, of course, his interview with Shannon Sharp, okay? So what happened is that for some reason, they decided to bring Nicki Minaj in the conversation. First of all, let me talk about Shannon Sharp and his obsessed behind, because this is the same man who sat together with Bongo 2 when he was interviewing her, and he made it seem like he didn't know who Nicki Minaj is, made Nicki who, talking about Nicki who, Nicki as if he doesn't know who Nicki Minaj is. Unprovoked, by the way. Nicki Minaj has never had a direct altercation with this man. So this entire dislike for Nicki Minaj is based off of pleasing who? Jay-Z. Like, you cannot tell me that all these grown men are out here going against Nicki Minaj because how dare you speak to our master? How dare you are not scared to our master? Like, really? As grown as you are? It's embarrassing at this point, you guys. And at this point, you can also tell that majority of the mainstream media, like I said in my previous video, they do submit to one person or one entity that they are supposed to please, because to this point, to this day, I don't know why Shannon Sharp is like this to Nicki Minaj. I don't know why he's not ashamed to be like this to Nicki Minaj. I don't know how he sits, with himself back at home and is like, well, I just dislike her just because. Because deep down, they all know. The same way that Lil Yatchy is now coming out saying that, well, she didn't do anything to her and stuff like that. They all know that this woman did not do anything to them. They all know that the reason why they are required to go against this woman is because she, refuses to conform to the standards of the music industry. So it's lame to me when a grown man like Shannon is this snaky towards a female. Like, what is the energy? Like, what sort of energy is that? So first of all, I didn't appreciate Shannon bringing up Nicki Minaj in this conversation, and the way in which he brought up Nicki Minaj, you could tell that, since he knows that previously Lil Yachty had said something, shady towards Nicki Minaj, he was trying to make sure that this guy says the same thing. Because the way he brought up the question, you could tell that he was trying to perpetuate a comparison between Nicki and all these female rappers. And whilst introducing the Nicki Minaj topic, he said, well, what happens with the female rappers? Nicki has a problem with Megan. Nicki has a problem with Cardi B. Nicki this, Nicki that, Nicki that. Is she the only person who's beefing amongst the female rappers? Did Cardi B not have a back and forth with JT? Why didn't he bring that up? Bongo 2 and JT, didn't they have beef? So why was he specifically bringing up Nicki Minaj as if she's the only female rapper who has issues with another person? Cousin Sloth and JT, didn't they go back and forth? So this is where, for me, I find it hard to take any of these, popular mainstream media platforms seriously, because you could tell his intention. And after he realized that Lil Yachty was now backtracking, he was like, I love all female rappers. I love all female rappers. And I'm just like, no, sir. That's not the energy you brought when you first introduced this entire situation. And as for these people, I do know that they're benefiting something from this entire thing. So I would understand why they would decide to push these propagandas against Nicki Minaj. But what I actually get annoyed at the most is people who have nothing to benefit from this. Why do people allow these men to perpetuate these narratives around this woman where they are not benefiting anything? Do you get it? As for these media platforms, perhaps they're getting paid. Perhaps they're getting favors in exchange of slandering Nicki Minaj. But what about you? What about you, just a mere human being? Why do you play into this? Why? Because you're just sheep? You just get on, with anything that, the media presents to you? Or are you just insecure about yourself as well? Are you the type of person who does not have the guts to go against authority? And so each time you see a woman, especially a black woman who's bold enough to do that, you begin to dislike them because they're exactly a reflection of who you're not. Is that why? I really need to understand this, you guys. But anyway, so yeah, Lil Yatchy then decided to say, oh my God, Nicki Minaj, I've got no problem with her. I regret up to this day. I shouldn't have done that. And they even spoke about, why didn't you ask Drake to, ask her to unblock you and stuff like that. And he said he didn't even ask Drake to do that. And now I'm just looking at this and I'm like, this is the exact same reason why I look at Judas Degrassi with a side eye. Because you cannot tell me that majority of the people that you keep around have the most negative things to say to a sister that you came up with in the music industry and you don't have an issue with. Somehow, everybody who's around Judas Degrassi has got something negative to say about Nicki Minaj. Somehow, people that he chooses to keep around have got negative things to say about Nicki Minaj. And now you want to convince me that Judas Degrassi is really not behind the scenes talking ish about Nicki Minaj. I don't believe that. And in real life, you guys, if you see that the people that your so-called friends keep around are the people that have the most negative ish to say about you, kiss bye-bye to that friendship. That's not your friend. That is not your friend. And like the Caesar situation, also him reaching up to academics to say, don't go too hard on Caesar. Yet academics is still bold enough and confident enough to go against Nicki Minaj. Shows you that, well, when it comes to Nicki Minaj, he was just like, well, you can do whatever you want. Do you see? So yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about all of this nonsense. And Lil Yachty needs to move on, okay? It's lame that you provoked this woman. She didn't say anything to you, and you're still going on and on and on and on talking about her. Like, deal with your guilt by yourself, okay? And move on with your life and stop bringing, like, where's the shame? Where is the shame? And why are you now backtracking? Stay on that side. She didn't beg you to work with her, so stay on that side. I just don't understand. Stay there. At this point, honestly, this woman, I know it must be exhausting being her, because those that like her and those that don't like her, literally, they keep being on her case. Like, what is this? But anyway, let me just insert what Lil Yachty had to say, and I'll also talk about Nicki Minaj seemingly reacting to that, everything that has been going on.
You and Nicki had a beef. You said you wouldn't work. Can I ask you, why you and Nicki had a beef? You said you wouldn't work with her because your allegiance to Cardi B.
Yeah.
You want to retract that, or you?
I have, and by the way, I respect both of these women, right? Aside from the differences, and I think they are both very talented women in the industry who have rightfully so earned their way to the top. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I hated that I even answered that question, because I kind of just inserted myself in something that had nothing to do with.
Yeah. But you blocked you.
I'm still blocked.
You still blocked?
I'm still blocked.
Drake can't even get you unblocked, huh?
I never even asked him to. It's cool. I love Nicki from a distance.
Have you
love Cardi.
So you said what you said.
Yeah, I did, and I was so scared to talk to her, bro.
What the hell?
Bro, she, in person, if you think that she is like, she look away online, in person, she just like glow like a, what's them things back from the 90s, those light beams, those that you plug into the wall, those, crystal, those light, those like lights that had like the electric, whether you plug it in the wall and they had like the electric.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, those like lava lamps.
Yeah.
She just glow like a lava lamp, and she's short. And she's so beautiful, and she just walk around. And
what is it with the women though? It seems like Nicki has, her and I guess Meg don't get along, and Nicki and Cardi doesn't get along, and then Remy Ma and this one don't get along.
I don't know.
What is it with
I don't
women?
know, but I love them all.
Yeah, I do too.
I love all of y'all.
My new favorite is Glow though. I like Glorilla.
Glorilla's sick. Glorilla, Sexy Red, Doechii, man, all these women are killing it right now.
Yeah,
fucking,
man.
You got all these new women, K3s killing it. Fucking, Molly Santana, BK the Ruler. So much, gotta big up Ice Spice. All the women in the industry are just like so sick.
Right.
I respect them, and I love them all. All women artists in the industry. Tierra Whack, all of them killing it. Dream Doll, all the women in the industry, I respect, and they earn they right in keeping hip hop, and they putting on for the women.
Yeah.
But yes, Glorilla is just thriving at the highest level.
Yeah, man. I love Glow. I mean,
she's sick. She's authentic.
Yes.
She's herself. She ain't trying to be
I love that.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean when I say she authentic. She ain't trying to be nothing else. She got that energy, man.
Yeah, she does. She does.
Yeah, all of them.
Them bars was on your head though.
Yes.
Them bars was on your head. I know they was in your DM. Hey, you got some DMs then. I bet you saw those.
And the craziest thing is that I was a part of the Barbz, bro. I love Nicki, bro. I still do. But I get it. I said what I said, and I respect it, and I take, but I do always, any chance I get, and I love Cardi too. Yeah. I love all of them. It was just, I was young and I inserted myself in some I really ain't had no business doing. So again, it was apology to Cardi, to Nicki and to Cardi, because Cardi didn't ask me to, she didn't say go there and speak for me. She didn't. So I apologize to all that. And I tell you, man, I never put myself in no ever again. I swear to God.
Do you feel that you have to take sides since Cardi B's in your label between her and Nicki Minaj?
Yep.
And whose side are you taking?
Cardi B's.
All the time?
Every time.
So if Nicki says, hey, we're going to do a song together.
I couldn't. As much as I probably would want to.
But you just can't do it?
Nah.
Well, there you saw that, you guys. There you heard that. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj seemingly reacting. I mean, people are convinced that the Instagram story that she posted was in response to that Lil Yatchy interview. She basically posted a song with Tasha Cobbs, basically the part that says, I don't gotta talk, the Lord defends me, and stuff like that. And I watched them all fall from going against me. And I could see why people would think that this was a reaction towards this, because this is actually a reality in her life right now. Majority of the people that are coming backtracking, she didn't address them. She didn't pay attention to them. They all tried to go against her to propel their own careers, I guess, to get favors, I guess. And she hasn't said anything to all of them. But one by one, they're all coming back to say, oh, Nicki this, oh, Nicki that, oh, Nicki this. Like, it's true. She didn't have to say anything for them to come back. She didn't even address Lil Yachty, but here he is every single interview. This is not the first time that this guy has said this, for those of you wondering. He has said this before. So I'm like, if you have addressed it once, that's it. Talk about something else. Talk about Mariah the Scientist. Talk about your relationship with her. Leave the girl alone. Okay? But anyway, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about Cousin Sloth. Now, after the drama that transpired between Cousin Sloth and Bongo 2, where Bongo 2's dancer / friend was now saying that iHeart was trying to be disrespectful by putting Cousin Sloth as the face of Bongo 2's tour. Cousin Sloth has announced that she is going to be going on tour for the Glorious project. Now, I do feel like Cousin Sloth has got the capacity to go on tour if she just stays true to who she is. If she doesn't start booking these massive arenas, I'm sure that her tour is going to be successful. But if they overhype her into booking these massive arenas and stuff like that, they are setting her up for disaster. And I do feel like had she not gone on tour with Bongo 2, she probably would have been able to pull, bigger crowds than she she's going to right now. Whilst I do understand that in that moment, she might have thought that going on tour with Bongo 2 was going to benefit her. If anything, I feel like the only person who actually benefited from that tour is Bongo 2, because that's the time when she was hot. And now I kind of feel like it's more like a second leg of a tour. It's like a second leg, because people already have seen how she's like, on tour and stuff like that. And she carried that tour. So I don't know if she's going to be having the same capacity to carry this particular tour, because I feel like a hype, she used it for Bongo 2's tour. I don't know if you get, you guys, what I'm talking about. It's like now a repetition of her being on tour. So if she had reserved her energy, her fans, people would have been excited to come out to see how she's like on tour for the first time. Okay, I'm not saying that she has never, opened for other artists and stuff like that, but in the Megan tour, in my own opinion, she was more like a headliner. She wasn't an opener. She was the hype. She was the moment. And the hype was used for another person's tour. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Rihanna. It seems like, well, she is determined to stay right by her man's side, because she was spotted in court. Previously, I did report that, well, she was contemplating, going to show physical support to her baby daddy. But it seems like, well, she has decided to actually show up in person to support him. And with this entire case, I just want to see how everything is going to play out. And I'm going to see how people are going to react to this, because if he manages to get away with this, it's going to be interesting. Okay. Clearly there would have been something that would have happened there in as far as the ties that the man has. Now, do I think that Rihanna as a billionaire is just sitting back and not, doing the best that she can to make sure that the man is not, in jail? Absolutely not. I'm pretty sure that she's using all the resources that she can pull to make sure that her baby daddy does not end up in jail. And probably, yeah, anyone in power, with power and money, would have done the same thing. But personally, I just want to see how everything is going to be received by the general public, because I do know that people pick and choose who to hold accountable and who to not hold accountable. So, of course, Rihanna, as a person with direct interest in this, would be expected to support this guy. But the general public, the moral police on X, that's what I want to see reacting to this entire situation. The media platforms, the Ibros, the Shannon Sharps, the Breakfast Club, all these people that have been vocal about, oh, he did a bad thing, he needs to go to jail. These are the people that I want to see what they have to say about this. And like I said, these people may be benefiting from supporting these people that are tied to fraudulent nation. But what about you, Janet? Yes, I'm talking about you. What about you, Janet? What makes you side with unfairness when you're not benefiting anything? What about you? I need to know your reason. Because if you're going to be siding with unfairness, I would like to believe that at least you're benefiting something from it. You can't tell me that you lift you open your mouth and, now start defending things when you've got nothing to benefit when it's unfairness. Does it just mean that you're evil? Like, I need to understand that. Are you just gullible? Are you just evil? Are you just stupid? The next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, we are going to be talking about Tyga. Okay? Tyga is being accused of, impregnating Travis Barker's daughter, Alabama Barker, the one that likes to act like she's some form of female rapper or something like that. Now, all this came to light through Babie, that Dr. Phil experiment. The Dr. Phil's experiment, XY, Project XY, the one that once posed as a female rapper as well. So yes, Alabama allegedly is pregnant by Tyga or Soulja Boy and was laying down with Soulja Boy, according to Babie, of course. They even had this entire diss tracks back and forth, towards each other. But it seems like they are all, Alabama came out and said that, listen, I'm not pregnant. I've never been pregnant by Tyga and stuff like that. But personally, I wouldn't be shocked if I hear that Tyga in Alabama probably had something going on, because listen, I remember back in the day when we used to watch the Kardashians. We were young, and he was out there messing with Kylie, you know? And I think at that point Kylie was also young. So yeah, and I didn't understand. I remember my sister saying, "Oh, this is wrong," and I didn't understand why it was wrong, because in my mind I thought like Kylie was grown that time. But now looking back, I'm just seeing how ridiculous that was. That was absolutely crazy. Oh my God. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, congratulations to Akbar V. She announced that she is pregnant. So congratulations to her. And she said that this time she is doing it the right way. She's doing it married. And personally, I'm an advocate for marriage. Okay, I know that marriage is not for everyone, but I still do want to encourage people to try and give their children a stable home. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and it's not anyone's fault if it doesn't work out. But I'm here to just encourage people to say, listen, a stable household, if it means marriage, I don't know what it looks for all the people, but for me, that would be a marriage and having kids. I would think that that's an ideal setup, if of course it's a healthy marriage. I'm not talking about marriages that are not healthy, because some of you like to just take things out of context. You're like, oh my goodness, some women leave. I'm not talking about women who leave because of things going south, and I'm also not talking about women who also parents sometimes in an unplanned way and stuff like that. I'm talking about people who still have the choice and decisions. I personally like to encourage people to get married. I don't know how getting married is like. I'm just hoping that, there's still good men out there. I'm hoping. But anyway, let me know in the comment section. Just drop into the comment section, and say congratulations to Akbar V. Children are always a blessing. That being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Like, seriously, smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. And those that are leaving us, those that are unsubscribing, on this channel, let me just put this out there. You do not need to announce your departure. It's okay. Like, if you feel like this content is no longer serving you, there is no need to announce your departure, especially if you're getting offended because I'm calling out mainstream media for being biased. You are free to leave. I say this again. I repeat. If you click that unsubscribe button, I promise you, I won't even get the notification, and you're not obliged to explain yourself why you have left this channel, because I will call out mainstream media whether you like it or not. Okay? That's what I do on this channel. So please, again, no need to let me know if you're leaving, because I do believe majority of you never let me know when you joined, okay? Except, of course, the OGs that came, earlier on. Until my next one, see you.